Hello, hello. Hello, Arsa. Welcome, welcome. Hope everyone is doing okay. While we're waiting on people to join, I was going to look around my scenes. This one is for OGS. Okay. Then let's pick a game. Okie dokie, can do that. Okay. Then we want... What do we want? Where's the go board? This is the players. Make this a little bit bigger. So this needs to be way over here. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay, I guess I can just lower it more. Felt good. You only made one mistake, but you lost by a huge margin. Well, that doesn't sound right. Okay, okay. I see. This one. And we're going to center green. Okay. Now we have this one, and we have this one. Okay. Okay. Looks pretty good. All right, what do we got here? Ooh! No! I have to click the pen. Okay. Yay! I have a pen. I wanted a pen for so long. All right. Awesome. Well, I can export a position to a photo. That's nice. Okay. You are white. This one's a tad slow. Normally you would want like here, or here. This tiger's mouth is kind of a shape point. So probably if you're not going to follow it up right here, then probably you just don't want to do it. Maybe just go right here. You could also approach right now, because locally you can always make a base. And if you want, you could even kick right now, and go like that. Yeah, those are the options. Okay. Okay. It's only one move that's a little bit off. Ooh, this one's a little brave. I would fix first. And then maybe go in. Okay. Probably you want to stretch. And that is because they get another forcing move, but now they can't play the Atari and put you down in eyes. Because right now they could technically kill you if you just connect. So you don't want that to happen. So descend down is fine. This move's a little slack. It doesn't really do anything. I still would like to get this move. It would make my position safer. I also start playing here and then looking at maybe here to build this. Ooh, I got a pen. I gotta use my pen to build this section right here. Uh-oh. 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 You gotta fight the co. You can't just die. These will never make eyes. These first line Hanes, they never make eyes. It's always a Pulsai. So it's actually Gotek. Yeah. So you said you only made one mistake, but your corner's dead. So that's a mistake. That's a pretty big mistake. One mistake to die in the corner. I mean, that's a pretty significant mistake. Okay. I would like to get this move, but it's not that important, I guess. Oh, do I have AI? I forget. Do I have AI? If I do, I forgot how to use it. I think I don't because I'm not subscribed. I thought I was subscribed, but I think I unsubscribed. Also, it like cancels it. Whatever, it's not a huge deal. Okay. Atari. Maybe like that. Hmm? This is how you die. Your whole group is cut off. All right. Actually, this didn't work. Because this is the ladder. Yeah. Well, beans. Which means you have to play this way. So you're saying you're not making mistakes, but I disagree. You don't worry about the 3 stones getting cut off. You worry about the eye space. I don't care about these 3 stones. These 3 stones you can sacrifice. I'm more worried about your eye space. If you wanted it to be big, then when they play this move, you go up, or like that. Also, instead of this move, actually instead of any of these corner moves, you could have gone here, here, and here. And that'd be pretty big. I mean, that's not small. But if your opponent... If your opponent gets 2 moves on you, and then you slide on top of it, because slide, it gives them the outside for the inside. Like, that's the trade of a slide. And then saying you want it to be big is kind of greedy. Monkey jumps don't make eyes. That is in-game. And you desperately need eyes right now. I think you're dead. Yeah, I think you're just straight up dead. Okay, this is kind of a big problem because up here you died and down here you died. I don't know what AI you're using, but I don't think your AI is correct. And the first thing in the classy approach we work on is don't die. Right? That is the first thing of the classy approach. So you don't need to worry about big or small or directional play or anything until you can make sure that your groups don't die. You need to be able to live efficiently, and then you can worry about big stuff. That's kind of the key of this game, is both your groups died. And the fact that you keep playing on the first line like this, this one, this one, this one, the first line doesn't make any eyes. So it's just wasting moves on a dead group. I wish there was hotkeys. Are there hotkeys? Oh, fudge. Okay, Opera has those, whatever. P? I don't know. Definitely don't make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 a hotkey, though. That is apparently stolen by Opera. Oh, well, it's not a huge deal. I'm just happy to have my pin. I don't know what you're doing. I have no idea what you're doing. You're adding dead stones to dead groups. Oh, you're playing a 1Q. That makes a lot of sense why you're dying everywhere. Bamboo. I think that's kind of the big point. Playing after this is kind of irrelevant. You've already lost the game. Watch. You've already lost the game here and here. Like, with those two being dead, the game's already over. So that's what you need to focus on. Focusing on not having dead groups. Once you don't have dead groups, then you can worry about big moves. So if you want homework, try to play 5 games in a row where you don't have dead groups. Even if you lose, don't have dead groups for 5 games in a row. That's homework. A couple stones don't matter unless they're cutting stones. What matters is groups, so it has to be worth like 20 points. What's the point of Moyos when you can't even live? What do you think a Moyo is? Tell me what you think a Moyo is. Explain to me what a Moyo is. A base. No. A base is a foundation for your group that has eyes. A Moyo is an area that you have control over and will have an advantage in a fight, but it doesn't necessarily have eyes. Because, for example, in this top right section right here, this is the start of a Moyo. It's a start of a framework, you could say. But white went in, so you can't say that there's eyes there. But when white goes in, black will get to attack something. That's because black controlled the area. So there's a big difference between a base, which is usually on the third line, and a Moyo, which is usually fourth line and above. Right, so... I don't know, put that stone somewhere. So this is a Moyo, this is a framework, this is a base within that framework. Because this is where the eyes are for these two black stones. Okay, so this is the only base. The rest of it is framework. Because white can invade right here, white can reduce. Okay, so a framework is an area of control. A base is usually territory on the third line that is where you will make your eyes. It's efficient eye space. Okay. So, going back to your question, what's the point of a Moyo when you can't even live? You need a base to live. You need a Moyo to attack something. So you need a base to live. I'm going to say framework. You need a framework to attack something, and you need a base to be strong and alive. So for example, when they play right here, they are threatening to invade and take away your base. Okay? They're threatening to invade and take away your base. So usually you jump. That's when that's done. So that way you have a base. You cannot really call this a framework because a framework is usually the size of a square or bigger. Usually about this size or bigger. Right? So I would not call this a framework, but I would call this a base. And then if black plays right here, I would call this framework, or this at least part of a framework. It's invadable, but it's a framework. Black controls it. Or maybe oh, that's cool. The pin marks are on individual moves. That's cool. Maybe black plays right here instead. There you go. That's a framework. Not necessarily a base, but it's a framework. Black will attack white in this area, probably. So you invaded a framework, which is fine. And then you need to make life, which hopefully now you know that this descend is helpful. And then after you make life, whatever, then you go to the... Why can't I click a stone? Why can't I click right here? I can click right there, but I can't click right here. It must think there's a stone there. One of my variations got mixed up. Yeah, it thinks it thought there was a stone there. Anyway, you need to know that you're alive. You need to know how two eyes work. And the reason you're dying is not because of a base. A base is efficient eye space, okay? An invasion usually cannot make a base. They usually can't, because a base is efficient eye space. An invasion can make eye space, but it's not going to be necessarily efficient, right? Because it's going to be your opponent's area. They're going to reduce your eye space to be really small and inefficient. That's their right as the attacker. So I think your issue is you are getting in situations where you're getting surrounded, and this one was because of an invasion, this one was because you played a slide and got surrounded. You're getting in situations where you're getting surrounded and you're not watching your eye space. You're not watching to make sure that you have enough space for two eyes. You don't really have to call those bases because bases is efficient, and it's not necessarily efficient to be on the third and second line, but it is eye space, right? And you need to make sure that your eye space is enough for two eyes when you are getting surrounded. The key is when you are getting surrounded. It's very important to solve the life and death problem when you are surrounded. If you struggle with life and death, then that is Go Problems. I hear there's a great website for that. But that is life and death Go Problems. I think your issue is you didn't make life. I think that is the issue. Hello, Soma. How did your stream go? Hello, Leo. Did you post a link? Because I don't see a link. YouTube doesn't like links, so I just need the game ID. Nice. Hi, chat. Someone told me first build a base, second play Sentai, third do framework, and always be alive. That's similar to the Classy approach, yeah. Classy approach. Classy approach. I need to put the Classy approach on some Ego Dragon. Oh, for the love of peace, load. Opera, why do you hate my website so much? OGS is white. I need the ID. I think you posted a link again. Why is it getting... I'm not seeing anything. I only see your comment. I need the ID of the game. There we go. Okay. Classy approach. What does it say? Let's see. Open image, new tab. All right. Let's make this bigger and also go to this scene. Number 1. Do I have weakness? Make a base. Make a base. Make a base. Make a base. It's still blocking. Why is it being so mean to you? It's just not letting you post it. Build a base first. I agree. It's literally the first thing on my Classy approach. Second place Sentai. So once you're okay, then does my opponent have weakness? If so, attack it, which is usually Sentai. And it's Sentai by taking the base, surrounding it, reduce ice place by the vital point, right? Attacking is second, or doing things in Sentai is second. And then where's the big move, which is framework. Or in the opening, it's open corners, open sides, and in the middle game, it's framework, and then it's end game. So it's pretty much the same thing. It sounds pretty much the same thing. I'm actually going to keep this open. Sentai is usually a bad exchange. If we're talking about just like making them respond. Okay. There we go. We're talking about just making them respond. Usually usually just forcing them to respond without like it being an attack of an entire group is not good. There we go. Are you black or white? .101weichi.com. There you are 6Q. Are you talking about the skill test? You're at 6Q on the skill test? Hmm? Hope you enjoyed. Skill test 5Q. I want to do a plug. Since it's my stream, I can do this. I think 101 Wei Chi is a great website. I also want to put out my website, which I think is a great website, known as Samego Dragon. It is, however, a premium website, so it does require a subscription. 101 Wei Chi also is a premium website, which requires a subscription, but it has more free features because it has a lot more money. So they're able to invest time into more free features. They both have their pros and cons. I built mine to be more friendly for the English-speaking community, so I'd like to think that mine is nice. But check it out, see if it works for you, or if it doesn't. I have cute dragons. They don't. But yeah, just check it out, see if it's for you. The couple features are, first off, the ranked mode is free, but for the premium, you have the categories. Everything's divided into categories, which they have too, but it's not nearly as good as it used to be. I believe they have the workbook. No, not the workbook. You used to have SPEC on the URL, but they got rid of it. They got rid of it. They had my favorite feature, which I have on Samego Dragon right here. You just categories, and now they have it in. Oh my gosh, what was it? Specialized training, maybe? Yeah. They have it in category and then subcategory, which I think is nice. Like it's nice, but it's confusing. And then this one is premium as well. So like you can see the same thing as premium. And then under recent mistakes, this is your mistakes from the ranked mode. You can load your mistake list or generate a practice list. After update, you don't like 101. That's funny. Oh, that's funny. I missed the SPEC. I really thought that was good. I literally got my idea based off of that, but it wasn't in English. That's why I made my website, is because it wasn't in English. I wanted an English equivalent. That's originally what made me do it. And then I wanted to stand out. So I have like cute dragons, I have mistake list, I have many features now, but that's what originally got me to do it. And then they got rid of it. I'm like, that's the whole thing that I liked. That's kind of funny. Anyway, hopefully you'll check it out, and if it's for you, hopefully you will sign up. But this is the website that I'm building. I need to push an update, because, I don't know, I keep adding things. I'm actually working on the ability to play 9x9s against other people. My goal is to make it more like Flyer Die, not like Explore Baduk. Explore Baduk is a full-fledged server, okay? So check out Explore Baduk. I just wanted like a little Go Quest one, right? Yeah, I really like it. So you can see that these three are a little bit cleaner. I moved the market down. I just cleaned up the page a little bit. For the next update, the page is just a little bit cleaner. Also, oh, check this out. When you log out, I have it look like this. I got rid of a bunch of stuff for the logged out view. So that way it looks a lot better when you're logged out. It hides a bunch of stuff when you're logged out. And then logged in. So, I don't know. I thought that was a nice little improvement. I thought it was a nice improvement. Okay, you said you were white, as I recall. You were white. Let's jump into this. Ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum. 3-3, huh? Yes, Discord and the forum. Like, you can make a forum post. Oh, that's a version of this. You can make a forum post, or you can like put it in the Samego Dragon Discord, like either place. You could also just tell me like right now if you have feedback. Stream, forum post, or whatever. Happy to hear feedback. I wish more people would give me feedback. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, we can have a conversation in the forum. And then other people can chip in as well. Okay. I don't know how I want to tackle this. Normally, you would play the double Hane because head of 2 stones, double Hane. The problem is this is dangerous to the corner. And this is not 16Q friendly. However, I don't want you to have bad habits of playing the Nobi from a Hane, or a stretch from the Hane, or a stretch from the... Oh my gosh, English terms. Stretch from the bend. Okay, so we bend, they block, and we stretch, right? I don't like stretching. I like connection or double Hane, or double bend. Hey, thank you for the gift sub.
For gifted a tier 1 subscription to Klaus Glau.
Thank you so much. I really don't like stretching from the bend. Screw it, Hane. I don't like a Nobi from the Hane. I like connecting or double Hane. In this case, double Hane is a little risky, so I think connect. Okay? I'm a big believer that this shape is suboptimal. Like a half point to a whole point worse. I think it's potentially a whole point worse. It's dramatic. A whole point. Anyway, I think it's a good habit to just never play it. But people play it. It's passable. It's not necessarily a bad move. Just my hot take opinion. Okay, ladder is good. Perfect. I'm not sure what you're after with these 2 moves. Question is, do you have cutting points? No, you don't have cutting points. You have a base, you're alive, you don't have cutting points. So what do you want from this? Well, what's next in the Colossi approach? Does my opponent have weaknesses? Does your opponent have cutting points? Yes, they do. So you could cut right here. You could cut right here. So you could attack them. Or you can play a big move. Take the open corner. Trains are cool. I miss trains in Korea. Tell the train to get better Wi-Fi so you can watch the greatest streamer ever. So I think attack the cutting points, you get an open corner. I do, but will you be able to even watch it? Open corner, there we go. Okay, cool. This one fixes this cutting point, which is fine, but it does not fix this cutting point. Okay, so you need to keep track of all the cutting points. That is the key. With this is something you need to learn with every single corner pattern. Okay, every single corner pattern, you need to have a plan for every cutting point. Whenever you're studying corner patterns, you need to know how the cutting points work. Okay, you need to have a plan for every single cutting point. So whenever you're looking up corner patterns, let's go to josekipd.com, whatever. Whenever you are looking up corner patterns, I want you thinking about, just go to a normal one. I want you thinking about cutting points. So, I don't know, I don't have a good example. Whenever they do anything, I don't know, let's do attachments. Let's do, actually, I got a good one. Got a good one. Da 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 da. What if they do high approach and you attach under and they try to cut you? What do you do? What do you do? You panic and then die and then resign, right? That's what I usually see happen. You don't know what to do because you panic and die. You need to have a plan for these cutting points. How many of you play this move and don't know how to deal with this? If you don't know how to deal with it, just play this one. This is so simple and easy, and it doesn't risk death. I swear, if you're like double-digit Q and your opponent does this, try to cut them and see what happens. See if they panic and fall apart. They might do this, and then you just Atari and then connect, and then these two stones are damaged. And then if they cut, I want to say the simplest answer is black will try to make life in the corner. Right, and this turns into a 3-3 Joseki, or a 3-3 variation. That is a simple answer. But this is actually a lot trickier than you might realize. What if your opponent goes here? You can't kill this stone. This was a famous move on the Yahoo Go server back when it existed like 15 years ago. It doesn't exist now, but 15 years ago it existed. And you need to have a plan for this cutting point. In this case, it's a lot easier. So what they used to do is just this. But they give you massive thickness for it. So this is like a horrible result. But a lot of people would go nuts trying to kill it. They would go nuts trying to kill it, and then everything just falls apart. And then you lose the whole corner. That's why it was such a popular move on the Yahoo Go server at the Q level. Because people would go nuts trying to kill it. Instead of just let it live. Who cares? Let it live. Let it live. That's the punishment. It's a nice little trick move. So whenever you're playing corner patterns, I really just want you to be obsessed with the cutting points and bases. Bases are the second thing, but cutting points is the main priority. So here. I want you thinking about cutting points in the corner patterns at all times. Oh, technically, this is better because it kills the whole thing. So they're going to just save half of it. Could also go here, which does the exact same thing. So that you can only save half of it. Yeah, it's bad shape by black. The heck is that move? Here is safer. Here is technically safer. Okay, what if I don't respond to these three and I go here? What if I attack from the 2 stones, not the 3 stones? Because this is a bad trade. The Panuki, or whatever, the capture shape, is much bigger in the center than these 3 stones are on the side. So attack the 2, and then it'll be like that. But it looks like you're outreading this person, so that's good. Cutting points. Defense first. Defense first, and then we can capture. Unfortunate. This has nothing to do with the cutting point. Okay, so you're alive, you have no cutting points. There's a cutting point on black shape, so you could attack their cutting point, or you can go play a big move. That's very efficient. Okay, so you have 3 moves that did not have anything to do with defense, offense, or big move. Unnecessary because you're definitely alive down here. So unless you need eyes, don't be on the second line. Go play an approach. Go play an approach, much bigger. I don't know what this move does. Punish when they ignore you. If they ignore you, punish. The top right's getting kind of big, though. You probably should do something about that. Okay, this is nice defense. You could slide to make your base a little bit more efficient. Block your base, very good. Watch your cutting point. So maybe like this to make it a ladder. Okay, watching cutting points, very good. You're alive. Watching cutting points. Okay. Don't need to capture because you're not in danger of that stone escaping. So you want to run up and keep black cut. So I keep clicking this purple dot. I wonder if that's, I don't know, user experience. Like, it's clearly different, right? But I keep clicking this to click the pin. Why am I dumb? I'm dumb user. Why is user so dumb? Okay, so we have 2 stones, and we are cutting straight through them. That is good for us. Hello, Rikiki. Welcome, welcome. I swear, coders and UI designers design it so flexible and make sure you have every feature accessible, and you're just like, I dumb user, I click this one instead of that one. I don't know why I keep doing that. I would love a hotkey for it. Like a spacebar pin, spacebar not pin. That'd be nice. Yeah. Defense first. 1, 2, 3, 4 cutting points. I like it. I like it. Yep, I like it a lot. Like it a lot. No, jump with your cutting stones. That stone is... Don't invest yet. Don't invest on that stone yet. 1 fight at a time. 1 fight at a time. Or they could just let you kill them. That works too. Careful. This, again, oh my gosh. This is a large knight's move. A knight's move is cuttable. A large knight's move is definitely cuttable. Now, to be fair, it would be hard to cut. But you got to be careful. 1-point jumps are your friend. 1-point jumps are your friend. You can't cut this, so don't do it. If you can't cut it, don't do it. Just connect, everything's alive. Boom. And then go deal with the top right. This one's slow. It has nothing to do with cutting points. Also, it's cuttable. Literally just straight up cuttable. So go deal with it. So I think you need a bigger board vision. That's probably one of your issues, is bigger board vision. I am like being very strict on you about cutting points because of how important it is. So it's very, very important that you watch cutting points, but also I want you to get the Tanuki timing, like the play elsewhere timing. What's a good English word for Tanuki? Ignore? The ignore timing? Big move timing? I don't know. I want you going elsewhere sooner. I want you going elsewhere sooner, and I want you watching the cutting points. I think those are the 2 big things from this review. All right, and hopefully you found that helpful. I think that's good enough. Okay, what do we got? What do we got? What is next? Thank you for the follow, Leo.
Stonehand just followed.
Thank you, thank you. Oh, I also want to do a shout out to Hey, thank you for the sub. Thanks so much. I want to do a shout out to my lessons if I could get to them. Oh, they're up here. Simply because I am going to Go Congress this year, and Go Congress is going to cost us $2,000 to $3,000. So lessons and sponsorships are how I'm affording to go. So if you want to support what I do and you like my teaching style, please consider signing up for lessons. Don't use it on Opera browser because it doesn't load. You just use when. Oh, it just loaded too. Mother fudge. Whatever. Okay, who was next? I think this one's next. I think Andrews. No, this is the one I just reviewed. Yeah, that's the one I just reviewed. Okay. So let's close that one. Now we have versed. Okay. We are looking at white. No, this is really big. This is good for white. This is just good for white. Oh man, there's no good black move. This is flat. It's undercut. It's invadable. White has a giant corner. This is just good for white. The keys to when these second line moves are big is when it's your base and it's your opponent's base. So for example, if you ignore like you did in the game and black plays right here, then that is your base and black gets eyes. So black gets eyes while taking your eyes versus you getting eyes while taking their eyes. So it's a double base. So it's two bases in one move. That is why it's big. Nope, definitely here. Definitely here. I don't know what they do, and then you can invade. Touch Nobi. See you, someone. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, we're surrounding. We're watching our cutting points. I guess. I really want this move, but maybe here a little bit better. No, surround. If you wanted the corner, then you should have played this move. If you wanted the corner, you should have played that move. You surround with your framework. This is a little bit passive. Surround with your framework. For the Sabaki. For blacks or whites? Where? Here is where, because stream lag. Attack! Attack! Think where? Maybe here? Attack! Attack is how you make profit. Is how you win. That is a little much, probably. I don't know. The bottom right looks a little uncomfortable. I think there's a mistake, but I don't. I want to say it's right here. It's not like a giant mistake, though. But it feels uncomfortable. Like, I think you owe another move here or here. Like, it feels like you're not done yet, but it's not the end of the world. I think it was just not the most efficient way to play, probably. Okay. This one probably would be better here. And that is because one space jumps make eyes, knight's moves do not. Right? So if I play right here, this is not an eye locally. Okay? So one space jumps make eyes, knight's moves do not. So I don't see a reason for playing the knight's move here. If you wanted to go up, it would be here, because the knight's move goes to this line, and the 1-point jump goes to this line, so it's one line faster. If you wanted to move left, it's on the exact same line, knight's move versus table shape, right? So that's that. That's cuttable, and you're very heavy. So I don't see... Also, just, you could be alive. Like, literally, you just go right here and you're alive, so why do you need to play Sabaki? Also, this is kind of big, because this is your base, and bases are big. So, block. Okay. I like capping moves. Okay. I think locally I would go here. Globally, I might go here. Okay. Locally, you play the jump when you're saying, please invade me so I can surround you and get influence. Okay? That's what you build frameworks for. Is you're like, please invade me so I can surround you and get influence. However, black has stopped your influence. Yeah, a little bit late on the attack, but I agree. But you got there. Black is stopping the influence. So when there is no influence, you want to shut the door on the territory. You want the territory when there's no influence. That's the difference. Globally, I would like to get... I don't know. I would like to get something here. I just don't know what. I don't know exactly the order of moves. Maybe shoulder hit, and then jump, and then jump. No, they have a tiger's mouth still. Like I said, I don't know the order of moves, but it's kind of what I want. This needs to be very, very aggressive if you're going to ignore a 15-point move. I think these second line moves are bigger than you give them credit for. So ignoring them isn't necessarily a mistake, but you're not getting a lot of value for it. Like, you have to have a very powerful follow-up. Like, if I ignore, like, what's your follow-up? Like, I don't think black can die. So I don't think your profit is going to be big enough. Cutting off black is correct when black's not alive, but black's practically alive. This is probably Dame. Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, these are painful. These are bigger than I think than you give them credit for. Definitely block that one. This one is only like 5 or 6 points now. This one's like freaking 18 points, I believe. Like, this is probably like 18 to 20 points. It's really big. Okay. Okay. Good end game there. That one's Gote, so it's not good end game. Your opponent responded. I have no idea why. There shouldn't be any cut right there. Newbie, black. Right? If you play the Hane, you have a cutting point, and then I get in. This is so big. There it is. No. Yeah, they have to do this. They have to do this. You have to do this push. It's very big. Oops. That push was very big. You kind of lost 20 something points between these two. I think you lost like 20 something points. And to make matters worse, you got nothing for it. You lost this and this, but you got nothing for the 20 points that you lost. Yeah, everyone's playing Dame over there. Nice end game. Yeah, good end game. Okay. Good end game there. Okay. So it looks like at the very end you're starting to play some good end game, but I think you underestimated the value of those second line moves. This one's better. Okay. I would just block, but because they were just gonna go here, get the point back. I think this one and this one being ignored. This one. The second line moves are bigger than you think, so it's very yeah, the second line moves feel bad to respond to, but you have to get something of equal value to it. I think you could have attacked sooner. Yeah, refusing to answer them isn't the problem. The problem is you're not getting something of equal value. So your opponent played a second line move. So you need a 15-point move. You need a 15-point move. Or dadgummit. There's something wrong with the server, I think, because the way they handle the moves is on the server. So when they play the second line move, you need something that's threatening more than they are. And then once you're out of those moves, then you come back and block. That is how you punish. Because they never get anything for it, and you did. So they were supposed to stop that by playing here. But you played almost a Dame move for it. Now, they did play defense, so now you could come back, or you could continue attacking, which you did in the game. But they responded, so it's fine. They responded. Okay, so now you can come back, and you haven't lost anything, and you got 2 stones in the center. You played here, which does not have a 15-point follow-up. So ignoring the second line is fine, but you have to do something that's just as big. And usually there is big enough stuff, so you can do it. And then the timing to go back is when you're out of those big Sente moves. So this one's threatening like another 10 points, 15 points. This one does not threaten anything. So if I jump, where's the follow-up? Now your opponent did respond. Your opponent did respond. And your opponent responded. So now you would expect to come back and do this. So instead, you did this. Does this threaten 15 points? Yes, it does. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. It's fine, fine, fine. But this one does not threaten 15 points. You got a block. All right, that's kind of the idea. That's the gist of it. So the reason I was making a big deal out of not getting anything here is because you ignored this move to get these 2 moves. You ignored this move to get these 2 moves. Okay? That's what you got for it. And you never got this area at the end of the game. You didn't get the area. So you lost this chunk and this chunk or this chunk, but you didn't get it. Hopefully that makes sense on why the second line is ignorable, but it's also really big. You can ignore it, but it's also really big. The hat? I don't know what the hat is. I would love to have a conversation about how he's handling the moves. Oh, the 4 stones. The 4 stones. Farmer's hat. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I think I've heard that before. Well, the question is, if you defend, do they die? Yeah, we still have plenty of time. I think there's no one in front of you. If I block right here, does white die? If yes, defend. If no, maybe block. It depends on reading. If you have to do this, that means you played this move in Gote, you followed it up in Gote instead of just blocking. Right, you have to, so you're almost dawn level, so you kind of have to read this, because you have to hold yourself to a high standard. Being, in the top 10% of Go players, you have to hold yourself to a higher standard. So you have to say, if I play this sequence out, who has Sente? You have to read who has Sente. And you have to say, okay, am I going to get more than what I'm going to lose? If not, block. If you can do it in Sente, just do it in Sente and then block. Yeah, exactly. A lot of it's just counting. But I think you can also just draw squares and it's just as effective. Literally just draw squares and it's just as effective. But yeah, counting is definitely more specific. A lot of the times we don't have time to count though. But yeah, counting is definitely more specific. Always be counting. Like I would have counted this area, and this area probably like 5 times over by this point. If I'm trying. If I'm not trying, if I'm being lazy, I probably wouldn't have. I would have counted it probably once by now. Even when I'm being lazy, I would have already counted it. But when I'm not being lazy, I would have counted this several times over. And then I would know how much value this is. I would just know how much value it is. Oh, that's cool. I downloaded an image by accident, but I wonder what it looks like. Okay, that's cool. I was wondering if it would have the pen marks. That would have been really neat, but it's fine. That's probably too much. This is already good enough. Yeah, so if you wanted to like make a book or something, you could just print out a bunch of these. Ooh, I wonder if it prints out with the marks. So like if I go A, B, C, and then I save the photo. It does. This is perfect for making books. This is perfect for making books. For vibes. I'm not sure that was in response to. Yeah, if you wanted to make a book, that's perfect for it. Oh crap, how do I get rid of it? How do you get rid of the letters once they're on A, B, C, D, or A, B, C, D? How do I clear mark? Ah, there we go. Clear mark. Vibes instead of counting. Yeah, yeah. The thing is, here's the big difference. I'm lazy, but I know how to do it. So if you need to learn how to do it, you need to do it and learn how to do it. And then if you are lazy, then you improve less efficiently, which, you know, it's the cost of doing lazy business. You improve less efficiently. But if you're trying to improve, you need to be counting. If you're trying to be efficient and you're trying to improve, you really need to be counting. That's like kind of important. I can glance count, but that's because I'm being lazy and I've counted a lot of times before. I've counted like thousands of times. Thousands of positions I've counted. So I can kind of glance count that. But it won't be accurate, right? Yeah, yeah, exactly. I know at a glance this is 15. I know at a glance this is 6, with the potential follow-up of 2 more, so at least 10. But then I also know that there's like another 6 right here, so I just round it to 15 to be fast. I just round those to 15 to be fast. If I was being accurate, though, I would actually count it. I know this one is at least 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, maybe. We'll say 8. Plus, if black got it, 2, 4, 6, 7. Plus the monkey jump for white, and a monkey jump for black. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Plus, I said 7, so like a 20 points. So this second line move right here is worth 20 points. I've just counted a lot of in-game moves. A proper way to stop the bleeding after they jump on the second line. Oh, okay. Where did that go? Shoulder hit or here is usually the responses. So yeah. It's either shoulder hit or like go 1 space further. 1 space further is probably the answer you're looking for. But I think clamp is also okay. The top side was worse than the right side. Let me look at the top. Yeah, so if I had played... Oh, this is tricky. So I'd push once and then probably play like that. I think that's okay. I would also consider this move, but I lose this area for it. I think this one's also fine though, because in this case, you have a nice follow-up like that. So, no, there's not a good way to do it. Shoulder hit or going one further is usually going to be your answer. But I think shoulder hit's fine because you usually have the clamp. But yeah, you usually just don't let them jump. That jump is really big. It's a really painful jump. It's like ignoring the monkey jump. They jump in with the monkey jump and you're just like, I don't know. Yeah. I'm not going to respond to the monkey. And then the monkey gets loose and you're like, okay, what happens when the monkey gets loose? How do I deal with it? I'm like, just don't let the monkey loose. Don't let the monkey get loose. If the monkey's loose, it's going to be a disaster. So yeah, just don't ignore that without a very good reason. Get something big for that. You really need these pushes though. These pushes are very important for the end game. The pushes are very, very important because it's 0 points for black and you get the squeeze. Versus what happens in the game, black almost got a point out of it and you didn't get as much of a squeeze. Like you didn't get this move. One, two, three, 4, 5 points. Versus 0 points. It's 5 points difference. Yeah, lots of endgame stuff in this one. I think the big thing is learning the value of the second line. That's probably the theme of this one. Is learning the value of the second line. I wonder how much the AI was on about the second line. Oh, you're not premium. Mother fudge. Whatever. I don't care. Okay. Download the fridge full. Upload SGF. Ba-da-ba-bum. Okay. Actually, what was it? Had a game as well. Klaus, did you ever get your game? Because you had asked a while back as well. I don't know if you have the service though. I'm not getting a response, so they might have lost service or had to move on. They're in chat though. Anyway, we'll just move on. Expand. Don't get surrounded in the corner. It is not great. Oh, it's such a beautiful shape on your opponent's side of the board. Your opponent should never let that happen. They should always pincer. So good for you if it's on their side of the board. You owe 1 move here, so you don't get surrounded in the corner. But other than that, you're doing great. Do we need the 3-3? All right, we're in the middle game. We're in the middle game. In the middle game, we are going to look at our handy dandy squares. Okay, so black has a 4th line move right here that's looking at this square. No, don't lag. I love you, Pen. Please don't lag on me. Then here. And then here. And I guess this one right here is looking there. And then there. So probably this one is going to be our best bet, right? White also has one right here. I want to say this one's going to be our best bet. So jump. Destroy it, because it's black's. So we destroy it. If we don't, black has a shoulder hit to build it. All right, but you say, I want the corner. So you are saying, I want this for me, and I'm willing to give black influence to this square in exchange. Normally, that's not good for us. Normally, it's not good for us. Oh, I hate this, but I think you got to do it. Yeah, normally this is good for black. And then black can just shoulder hit right here and then jump. And then white gets 10 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 points, but I say 10 because technically this might get filled later. Because it's a cutting point. So it might get filled at the end of the game, but 9 or 10 points. I just say 10 to make it easy. And black gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, plus this square. So not a good exchange. But black could have gotten the corner, so I understand the concern. Okay, this one is time to block. Block the corner. Because there are 3 black pieces looking at this center square, which means your lonely white stone is not going to win this square. Okay, once this white stone cannot win this square, you want the corner. So you correctly went for the corner with a kick, but the jump is better. Jump gives monkey jumps. And this is kind of what you would expect the response to be. But if they don't, they give monkey jumps, they give invasion points, so the jump is just better. This one makes them a little bit stronger, which you don't want. You want to just defend your corner and leave all the Aji. It's not small, but it's not looking at the center very well. So here's the difference. Here's the difference. If I play here, I'm saying I'm going to get this and you're going to get this. Yeah, it's an invasion point. Like, it definitely could live. The problem is, like, white gets this, black gets this. But black's has the potential to grow bigger. White's doesn't. But it is black's area, so black should have the advantage, right? But if I get this move, and then I invade, now it's this for this. But there's a white stone that's saying, hey, I got it now. I've got this. We're good. I've got it covered. Go invade. And that's why this move supports the invasion. Hopefully that makes sense. It's a way to think about it. Another problem is you give influence for this, right? And then let's just place a stone right there. You still ignored this corner. Now look at the combination here. That's looking pretty scary. So I think you are invading without having a good game plan for dealing with the influence that you give your opponent. With that being said, at 13Q, they usually can't use the influence. So it's usually, you're just going to be like, okay, and I plop a stone right here, and they never get anything. And then all of a sudden you rob them of the corner, you rob them of the side, and they get nothing for their influence because they have no idea how to profit. This is a strategy that you can use to beat the 13Qs. You're just like, okay, I placed a stone right here, and they're going to be like, okay, I'm going to make side territory now. And you're just like, okay, and I'm going to jump right here, and they're like, okay, I'm going to make side territory, and you're like, okay, I'm going to jump right here, and they're like, I'm going to make side territory now. But you stole all the territory! Like, what are they doing? They invested all these moves for the center, and then they don't go for the center. I see this all the time. It's really funny. The center is wasted at the DDK level. Like below 5Q, the center is wasted. Like not even just DDKs, SDKs too. Below 5Q, the center is wasted. Above 5Q, the center is like terrifying. What is the easier life and death problem here? This is the easiest life and death problem. Okay, that's the easiest one. I stand corrected. I am completely wrong. This move's annoying because I'm singing a song. I'm wrong. I'm just wrong. Just wrong. Sorry. Don't listen to that. Bad Novi. Oh, this is painful. Want to know why this is painful? Because they're saying, I'm going to get this. I'm going to take this away. And in exchange, I'm going to give you Oh, what influence? There's black zones right here. Right here. They're like, what influence? Huh? What influence, punk? There ain't no influence. That's why it's painful. Which is why when this square is done, when you can't develop the square, you need to get the corner for your base. It is your base at that point. Once there's nothing in that square, you need that corner with the start point. This is okay. I want to say this is better in game. I want to say it's slightly better in game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Versus this, which gives black in-game potential here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe? No, 5.5. Yeah, so it's like half the value. It does have its own risk, I guess. No. What if I just connect? What if I just connect? Duh. Oh, mother fudge. And it's dead. Haha. Okay, maybe that's too complicated. Just lose the 5 points and don't die. Maybe that's too complicated. It's 5 more points, but it's a lot more complicated. I'm sorry. I thought it was simpler than it was. Or they could just give you points. That works too. They can literally just give you all the points. Oh my gosh. Yeah, the best place. Yeah, go puzzles. It's important. They're gonna invade, and you have a weak group. You have a weak group. Connect. Don't die. First rule of Classy approach. Because they could sacrifice that to kill your corner. That is a potential plan for them, which actually might not be that bad. Maybe it is. Anyway, it's a plan. It's something. Do I like Dr. Pepper? Maybe. This was a Christmas present from family. They were like, you drink so much Dr. Pepper, we got you this shirt. So it's a family Christmas present. Surround. Okay, I think I've read this through. Here, here, here. If they go here, you just do that, right? That's easy. And if they go here, you do this. They go there, you go there, but then they extend. Oh, I didn't read the extension. I didn't read far enough. So you go here. Aha! I is smart. I can read most of these moves. This is fair. Not dying is important. I think you have to connect. Not dying is important. Not dying is important. This is freaking big. I understand the concern. This is a little bit massive, but I don't think it's because of this move. I don't think it's only because of this move. But if you go up and they cut you off, this is also not tiny, but maybe it's better. Maybe I'm wrong. It's a lot of points. I could be wrong here. I could just be wrong. No, you can't save it. Don't save it. There's a massive wall right here, a wall right here, and a wall right here. And you are like, I want a weak group. And they're like 3 bouncers in a bar, and they're huge, right? And you're just like, I want to cause an issue. I want to cause a public disturbance with 3 bouncers looking at me. That's why you don't drink too much. So this is what drunk guys do. I'm gonna cause a disturbance with 3 bouncers watching me, and they're all bigger than I am. That's what drunk guys do. Don't play like drunk. Okay, there you go. Yeah, don't invest. Don't invest. Very good. Very, very good. I want to go here, but that does the exact same thing that I was just describing. So maybe coming from underneath. And then maybe that's good enough. That might be enough to win. 10, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, Comey, 55 to 57. Okay. 10, 20, 30, 40. We're good. Just chill. Just chill. Just reduce. Just reduce. Just chill. You're good. You're good. You're good. You're good. Yeah, you're good. You're chilling. You're chilling. You don't care. You're good. This should be enough to win. You don't need a weak group in there. You have so much territory. Oh. Rest in peace. They were scared of it. How does it live? There's so many Blackstones. How does it live? They're like, nah, I'm good. You can just connect back. Just connect back. Don't Nobi peep. Don't Nobi peep. Bad shape. You went from bad shape into an empty triangle. Bad shape into a bad shape. Okay. Kind of got away with murder there. This is possible. It's dangerous, but possible. Jump. And then jump. That is the way. That is the shoulder hit way. Jump. Connect and you win. No weak group, no points for black. You just win. I don't know what this move does. This move is kind of dummy. And then just end game and you win. Poor black is making points with Moyos instead of attacking with Moyos. They didn't watch Classy streams. Didn't watch Classy streams. That's why they lost. So you should win, right? There's no way you lose, right? Like, black never got anything. Look at this, look at this, look at this, right? You stole a corner, gave influence. You stole the side, gave influence. You somehow destroyed the top. And they had influence, because remember, they played a fourth line move right here. They got influence. Look how much their influence got. Their influence got like 10 points per wall. And you're supposed to get more than 10 points. You just wrecked the center. Atari, so you don't get cut. Technically, there's a cutting point. Technically, I don't know if it's a good cutting point, but it's technically a cutting point. Oh yeah, that just works. Haha, that's another way to do it. Ouch. Ouch. Yeah, ouch, ouch. Lots of points lost there. Lots of points lost there. All from one cutting point. And this is why 40 points is close at this level, because that was 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 points from one cut. A 12-point mistake for not fixing one cutting point. Do you need that one? I don't think that one works. I don't... whatever. I don't think this does anything. Yeah, I don't think it does anything. Uh-oh. 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 Life and death. Life and death. You need this move. Need this move. Very important. Doo-doo. 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 I believe it's doo-doo. 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 And you're dead. No. No, 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 no. What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? Is it doo-doot? And then it's... No, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? This is supposed to die. Or at least give me good endgame, at the very least. I guess it's just endgame. I guess it's just endgame. I think it's just endgame. If you cut first, then I just have the eye. Yeah, I might just be endgame. Sorry. I might have lied. It's still pretty big endgame though. Like, you're supposed to fix. As far as I know, you're supposed to fix. Alright. How does this play out? When does black notice? Oh no! Second line cutting points! Second line cutting points! Oh no! Oh, it was a beautiful game. It was a beautiful game. Oops. Captain Oopsie Pants. Puzzles, custom. No, I want home. No, I want the campaign. What level is it? Where's the campaign? Oh, fudge, they're not labeled anymore. Yeah, they are labeled. Nope. Probably level 3, maybe? Corner Life and Death 2. J group. There it is. Do those. If you're subscribed, do those. This is technically subscribers. But killing the corner, being awesome like, cause I'm awesome. Killing the corner, cause I'm awesome. Oh wait, that's the exact thing that I just did in the... Not killing the corner because I'm not awesome. I'm supposed to Hane first and then kill. That was the exact thing that I just did in the game. I need to review these. I need to review these again. Yeah, you see, this is 3-3 stuff. Oh, fudge, really? Oh, that's right, because you just killed... You don't have to... What if I just do this? I guess they don't want that. What's the difference, really? What's the difference? That's a bad answer. Whatever. This is the one that it's supposed to do. Because if they do that, you just jump. So why is the jump wrong here when it's the same thing? Is it not the same thing? Oh, it's not the same thing. Well, be darned. Yeah, J group is basically 3-3 life and death. But don't worry, like, it's like freaking 5Q to 1Q stuff. So if you can master it, you should feel good. If you get the J group down, you should feel happy. Because technically 5Qs to 1Q struggle with it too. Corner Life and Death is more than just J group, but the J group is picked from the Corner Life and Death. It's handpicked from the Corner Life and Death. Like, I went through the Corner Life and Death and picked them out for the J group. But Corner Life and Death is a bigger category. Who is J group? This is J group. Say hi, Jay. Hi. That's a J group. So what I put in the J group is not all J group. To clarify, that's the J group, but what's in the J group that I called J group is not all J's. Okay, a lot of them are similar, but not quite exactly the J group. The reason I put them all together is because they are 3-3 life and death. That is basically what I meant. Maybe I should just rename it to 3-3 life and death. right? 3/3 life and death problems. That's basically what it is. 3/3 invasions, life and death problems. That's basically what the J groups are. But that's what I did is I put stuff that was like the J group and stuff similar to the J group that teaches the same concepts for understanding 3/3 life and death problems. That's what the category is. Yeah, if you don't know, just put it in corner life death. If it's in the corner and it's a life and death problem, then put it in corner life death. That's fine. Because if you want to expand on the J group, then you should just go to corner life and death. Corner life and death is J group plus it's also like 1-2 points. So that's J group stuff. 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 No. This one is not J group. This one is 1-2 points. This one is also 1-2 points. Am I just dumb? Is it Co? I'm just dumb. I'm so bad at life and death, guys. Oh. J group. J group. Kind of J group. 1-2 point. 1-2 point. Also kind of J groupish. Yeah, so corner life and death is fine. The stuff in the corner can go in corner life and death. That's fine. Okay, that's it for that game. Next up we have Klaus's game. Klaus, are you here? I mentioned it earlier, but I think they couldn't hear me. You're here. Cool. Ooh, that's a big SGF. Oh my gosh, look at all these comments. Holy crap. Okay, you are black. We are single digit Q. 9Q. I'm assuming you're not 9 Dawn. If you're 9 Dawn, that's pretty impressive. Is this 9Q? This looks 9Q. This does not look 9 Dawn. I would probably go here just to mess with them. Just to mess with the wall. They also get that, which is annoying. I would do this. Gotcha. So I don't think this is a Joseki move because they can just connect under. 1 second, I got a phone call. Okay. Sorry, I had a phone call. You can connect under like this. 1 year is not a boomer. What is a boomer? People born during 1946. Woohoo! Not a boomer. You are so late. Like, I'm on like the last game review, and you're just like, hey, I'm here. I told you like 3-4 hours ago that I was streaming. You were like so late. Ew. Ew. Stop trying to die. Stop trying to get cut. Check for eyes in the corner. Say, hey, do you want to give me eyes in the corner? And then pincer. They run, you make a base. They run, you run. That's probably the best thing to do. It's not easy though. It's not simple. I like simple. Where's the simple move? Here's a simple move. There's a kind of simple. Simple-ish. But getting cut doesn't feel good. You have to extend. You're gonna waste this stone if you don't. Also, don't Atari crosscuts. You don't Atari crosscuts. You know be crosscuts. You still have a cutting point. You still have a cutting point. This is what I said earlier. If you just want to make the game easy, just do this, right? And then when they do this, you just can invade with something. I don't know. I feel like that's the easier way to do it. And then if they did the same thing with this, you could lean on them. And then if they did this way, then you could lean that way. This is probably maybe Joseki knowledge. And then don't Atari crosscuts is the kind of the big thing. You are really determined to push. This is really bad because you're giving them 5th line territory right now. Right, 5th line territory for influence, but this influence has a cutting point that's going to cancel out all your influence. So, yeah. I don't know. This feels not good, but if you want to do it, I think it's good for white. But black has a lot of influence. Oh, you need some points. I think you need some points. You could also go for more influence. Potentially. I don't know. It's an idea. Don't hate. Don't hate. The bottom's actually really, really uninteresting, and that is because of this little stone right here. The bottom is not interesting at all because it's an open skirt for white, so white's never going to make it anything. And since white's never going to make it anything, then you don't need to play there. What's more interesting is up here, which you kind of went for because you played a 4th line move. So you're like, hey, I'm going for this. But I think you can do a bit bigger because I think this one's bigger than this one. And also, if I wanted to build the square right here, probably I would peep and then do something like that. That might be a little bit better to build. Maybe even like that. Nah, that's not good. Unsettle. This is perfect. You're doing great. Gotta love having a weak group in your Moyo. Feels great. Feels great. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Ooh, juicy nice move. Juicy nice move. Why? Why? Why Tanuki? It's so good. It's so juicy. It's like they cooked you a fresh pizza, set it in front of you, and you're like, thanks, and then you leave without eating the pizza. That's basically what happened. I don't know. This is kind of one idea. I want to see this group attacked. I want this group to get attacked. I don't know how, but I want this group attacked. Why are we here? What does this have to do with anything? Okay, you're making a Moyo, which is good, but you're missing the point of the Moyo. So the Moyo is a thing built to attack something. That's the entire point of a Moyo, is to attack. You already have a target to attack. Anything. I don't know, maybe not anything. Any like here or here, I think is what I would choose. Or here to make it run more. But you're not attacking with the Moyo, which is the entire point of a Moyo, is to attack something, but you're ignoring the weak group to build a Moyo, which is meant to attack something. So it kind of doesn't make sense. Then just take away the base. If they block, this is not alive. That's not 2 eyes. That is a bulky 5, or not even a bulky 5. Yeah, it's not 2 eyes yet. You can attack. If you're worried about white living, like, I think white needs to do like this to live, and then I can go do my thing. Right? So I'm happy with that. And if I do this and white does this, then I get to chase, and then I go do my maybe chase again, I don't know, and then go do my thing. I want my profit. I want my area. It's not gonna die. I'm not saying it's gonna die, but like, you could attack it. Imagine I go right here, and you don't defend, you go right here, and then I go right here. Is it still looking like really alive? Is it still looking pretty safe? I don't know, it's looking pretty sketch. It's looking pretty sketch. This feels better shape. It has more liberties. What the fudge? What is this dude? This is a double Atari. This is straight up double Atari. What the crap? Don't do that. Bamboo or tiger's mouth. Just don't die. Don't die is great. Don't die is great. Dying is not great. You died with all 4 of the stones. that's not good. No good. No good. Every single one of the stones in there died. I don't know. It says it's a mistake, but I don't know. Like, I would like to push it more, honestly, but whatever. It's not that big of a deal. The other mistake was much bigger. Sure. Go attack before you lose your opportunity. The thing is, this was your Moyo or could have been your moyo, but you lost points and didn't get it. So you've actually made a negative point moyo, and you still have yet to attack. That's the story that I'm seeing so far. That's a lot of cutting points. Lots of cutting points. It's a mistake if you die. If you die, it's a mistake. If you don't die, it's fine. This is really small. That's really, really small. You're gonna die. Here. Here. Maybe... I don't know. It's scary. Feels scary. Why is it... Okay, okay. Hey, you finally started attacking! No, do the Atari. The Atari is the way. And now it's done. It's alive. Attacking is done. But you attacked. Uh-oh. You're about to die, aren't you? White's supposed to live. White's supposed to live. Instead... then here. Here's what I'm worried about. This is the crap that I'm worried about. Which means just fix and white fixes, and then you can go attack over here. That's probably the best result. Defense and Sente. Defense and Sente. Because this still exists, right? This is still pretty dangerous. Also, big red flag, when you are reviewing your games, you want to say, I gave white this for this. How much did I get? I got nothing. Therefore, white got this for free. Therefore, it's a mistake. Means you made a mistake somewhere. Okay, so you can look at the review and be like, I gave my opponent this, and I got this, and I got nothing here. Then that means you made a mistake, and you want to go find and track that down. That's like self-analysis that you can do. Like, where did I lose my center? Okay. Okay, we're attacking stuff. We're attacking stuff. Okay, okay, okay. Good, good, good. No! Just connect. Am I wrong? I might be wrong. Am I wrong? I don't think I'm wrong. Because white goes here. And then you die. And if you go here, then I save my group by capturing 4 stones, and you're still not alive. Well, you're probably going to live, but whatever. I save my group by capturing 4 stones. White did not make the correct decision. Whoa! What a trade! What a trade! Oh, you brave soul. Wait, if I just go here, and you go here, then I kill you. I kill everything. You can't do that. You can't do that. That's not a trade. That's just letting them live and kill you. That's just the way to die. You gotta capture. It's not that bad of a trade for you, honestly. What? Huh? I'm not blind, right? I'm not just hallucinating. What? What? Why is this bad? I would play here. White is ahead by 42 points, according to AI. According to AI. Don't aim for impossible things. 15-point mistake. Don't try to do impossible things. It's just gonna make you upset if you try to do that. Doesn't work. You don't even need it. It's I versus no I. Doesn't work. Does this work? Doesn't work. It's I versus no I. It's no co. No co. No co. It doesn't work. I'm sorry. I tried. I tried to make it work, but it doesn't work. Yeah, this is not an actual branch. Oh yeah, I forgot. That was dying. Forgot about that. What take? What is the score after you traded that? Oh, I can't shift click. Oh, that's unfortunate. So after you traded the 5th line territory, I don't think it's game over. I think it's just uncomfortable. What's the score? What's the score? Give me the score, AI. Yeah, it's not over. It's only 5.5. It's uncomfortable, but it's not game over. I'll leave it at that. I think the big thing is you lost this, and you never attacked that. These are the 2 points. Also, probably don't want to invest in that much. That's a big investment. It's a very large investment. Yeah, it's a very large investment. That's my 2 cents, I guess. Okay, Let's quickly run through Caspin's game. Download. Upload. Okay, you're black. This is on Fox. Why aren't you playing on OGS? You've been on a horrible losing streak. Have you taken a break? Have you taken like a week or two off and like go like hiking or something enjoyable that relaxes your brain that you enjoy? Something like give your brain a reset. So I would take like, what I think I would recommend is take a week off, go do something fun, right? Go do something fun, like go to the movies with friends, go hiking, fishing, something. Go do something fun. In a week, come back, make a new account. So that account, I want you to go like 13Q, right? Just go enter a 14Q or 13Q, and then just work your way back up. Work your way back up. You do play really, really fast. From the games that I've seen and from what I know, you play a lot of fast games, and that's probably holding you back. Because you're blitzing like Mega Blitz. You're not just playing fast, but you're like super fast. At least if you're doing the same thing you do sometimes that I've seen in the past. I don't know if you actually are because you've been with bats a lot lately, but okay, that's good. You've lost by within 4 points. That means you're at the right rank, but it means you're missing something. What the heck is this move? Is this a variation? This isn't a variation. What am I looking at? What am I looking at? This is some weird shenanigans. Just around the corner. Like, who cares, right? Who cares? Just surround the corner, and you're happy. The influence is... Okay, this isn't that bad. It's not that bad. I don't like that this move exists, so I think it's a little good for white, but whatever. Too soon? Probably. This is probably too soon. I don't know, it's aggressive. Maybe it's fine. I would go here, but I'm classy approaching it, so... You have a weak group, so you're attacking from the weak group side, but that's a little bit awkward shape, so probably just here. It's probably simple enough, and then you play a big move. That seems like the very natural way to go about it. The problem is this is the rectangle shape, and the rectangle shape has 2 cutting points. Or the Lego, this is the Lego shape, right? It has the two little Lego pegs are cutting points. Right, there's 2 cutting points. So it's not really a fantastic shape. This is also the Lego shape. And it's a 2-space jump between those two. That's definitely bad shape. Locally, the shape would be here. You could also lean a little bit on this corner. Globally, this should be bigger. Your group's alive, so it should be fine. Okay. Oh. I kind of want a pincer. I kind of want a pincer. I think the right side might be more interesting. The bottom left's fine. Gotta have more bravery in your 2-space and 1-space jump. Like anytime, for example, at any time you could go right here. At any point in time. You could also go right here if you are desperate. You also always have that coat. So it's actually pretty comfortable, I think. It's not like 100% comfortable, but I would ignore it. Pincer, probably here. Pincer both. Pincer both. Maybe here. I don't know. That's an idea. I would have liked this. Yeah, I would have liked that a lot more. This is kind of a nice choice by White. Wait, does White have the ladders? There. White doesn't have the ladder. White doesn't have the ladder. You can play the cut. You can play the push and cut. Always get the turn. Always have that turn. Okay, because you don't want to lose your opportunity to get that turn. That turn is very important to keep White's shape questionable. Jump is the next move. Okay. What? No, push. Cutting points. And then here, I believe is the answer. I want to say that's the Joseki. This is a little bit awkward timing, I guess. Because you got to think about profit. What profit are you going to get right here? Like you're saying, I'm going to push you down and build influence. But there's a white wall that says, I stop your influence. So what profit is right here? And if there's not profit, then attack it from maybe this side. Or down here. There's some profit. Yeah, you got to think about profit. Sure. I really think this is an important move. Like, Black really needs to get that move before they lose the chance. Huh? But it's big. It's a big framework. Why? Don't attach and then ignore it. Usually you don't attach and ignore it. Knight's move to shut the door. Then we cap a little bit more, and then boom, points. If you do this one, it's the Lego shape again. Lego shape has cutting points. So as White, we look for opportunities to use those cutting points to break in. It says White's ahead by 8. Sure. I think you are missing this wedge. Or at the very least, this kick. Problem is the kick can get you the corner and you can get that move and it'd be very, very large, but then you might die, which is the problem. So we got to figure out a way to fix that, right? And that's why I'm trying to wedge or whatever. I'm trying to get the corner without dying. So I'm trying to fight for it. Here, 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 here. Is bad. Got it. What if I go here? Probably also bad. Okay. Just check. Just checking. This feels worse. This feels worse because you're losing more and you're not getting anything. If I go right here, you have to live. Then I go right here. I guess you just sacrifice them. You're losing like everything in this corner. You should have wedged. You should have wedged. That way you fight for the corner. Now it's a fight. Right, now we got a fight on our hands. That wedge is important. Because you're getting nothing for the value. No, you got nothing for a lot of moves. This is in-game. It's also a co-threat, so... Is it in-game? It might be in-game. Okay, okay. I think it's in-game. That's not in-game. Bum ba bum ba bum 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 ba bum 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 ba bum bum ba bum bum ba bum bum bum. Do 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 do. Yep. Ooh, nice peep. Is it though? It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Just connect. Just don't die. Just don't die. Just don't die. Just don't die. Wow, no. I was sorry. I was looking up here and reading the cut and everything and seeing if there's in-game Aji, which I think there is, or whatever. I didn't notice that you invaded after giving up your base. Also, this late in the game next to Panuki, you should die. This stone should die. It should 100% should be dead. Well, you immediately gave it up. Why? Don't play it. If you're gonna just give it up, don't play it. Look before you leap. This is pushing diagonals. That shouldn't be a good move. So you're winning. Sorry, you said your games, the games you're losing are within like 4 points or whatever. I want to make a guess that it's because you are the attacker, so they're getting a dragon, which gets nothing, but you're not profiting very much, so it's basically nothing. So you're making the entire game nothing, so the game's close. Even though you're the attacker and you should have the advantage, you're not making any profit. I think that's probably going to be the thing, is your ability to make profit is probably what's holding you back. Because you're the attacker and your attacking is fine, but you're not making any profit. It's probably why your games are close. Because if you're losing by a lot, it means your opponent is attacking you. But if your games are close, either you're both doing really good or you're the attacker and you're not making profit. And I want to say you're not making profit because I think you're probably stronger than whatever we're looking at. I think you have plenty of chances to make profit. Also, cutting points. You're not pushing and having the cutting points enough. Nah. Well, life in the corner isn't necessarily bad for you. Right? Because if they try to get greedy, all of a sudden they have multiple weak groups if they try to get greedy. The point is the Aji. You want to leave the Aji. You're playing ball. You asked me for a review. I go over my time limit to review for you, and you're playing Baldur's Gate 3 while watching the review. What a punk. I went over my 2 hours to look at your game, and you're playing a video game while you watch. Wow, I see how it is. I see how it is. Anyway, that's my conclusion. Hopefully you found it helpful. Okay, with that, we are going to wrap it up here. We are over the time. Who do we want to raid? We can give these guys a raid. Who's this? Looks like they're maybe a beginner. Do they have audio? They don't have audio. I don't want to rate them. Okay, it looks like they have audio. Okay, we can rate them. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the stream. And of course, check out Explore Baduk, the sponsor of today's stream. If you enjoyed the Go server and want to check it out, please check it out. Maybe play a game or two. And yeah, with that, I will see you guys next time.